I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that you all take your clothes off and get out there and speak naked. Although it does really get attention. So it's entirely up to you. So I tend to get attention the minute I get on stage, and I tend to get attention the minute my slides are up, because everybody goes, are they boobs? They're boobs, aren't they? They're boobs, look at that. Yes, they're boobs. So I get attention easily. How are you going to get attention in what you do? Well, being a boat captain, fabulous. I'm not going to forget that, right? But some of us don't have that luxury, and I think we all have shiny, lovely jobs. But the minute you hear the word accountant, and I love you dearly, but the minute you hear accountant, I've already passed out. I speak way faster than this when I'm speaking to teenagers. I dance around the room, I run up and down the aisles, I do all kinds of things. But my audience isn't teenagers today. I know very close, but not teenagers. Can you hear me at the back? Well, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my presentation, because I think, even though we're not teenagers anymore, you'll still be able to hear me if I whisper. So, even if it's a small room, and everybody's got fabulous hearing, and you've got a deep booming voice like my lovely husband, still use the microphone. Did anybody notice how nice it was to hear everybody's intro today? You can hear it over everything else. It's fabby. The microphone, as much as you're scared of it, and I know it's a frightening thing, they're saying it's full of germs. That part is true. And you don't quite know whether to hold it here, 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 and sometimes they don't work, and you have to shake them, and if you're left-handed, you've got to go here, and you've got all these gadgets in your nose. Yeah, get over it. Get used to it. It's not that bad, and for those of you who want to hide behind a podium, you can hide behind this little thing. I mean, let's face it, girls, these guys hide behind a little thing all the time. So, cut that on the tape, cut it. You've already seen, I've pushed this a couple of times, nothing's happened, right? You've already seen I've had to glance there and glance there. There are always technical glitches. We call it the gremlins. There is a gremlin in every projector, in every computer. That's where gremlins live. And they are going to come out when you least expect it. When you have tested it 10 minutes before the audience walked in and everything worked a treat. You're going to get up there and you are going to hit that button and pooey, nothing. If you're on a Windows machine, then I feel bad for you. And you know it's going to decide to do an update right then and there. Right? If you're on a Mac, you're going to go, oh shoot, it's not working, and nobody in the room will be able to help you unless they're under 6. Yes. Right? It's going to go wrong. As I said, I have a wristband that hubby bought for me. I click my fingers, twist my arm, and I can be way over there, and my slides advance. Occasionally. The rest of the time I'm going... And then I've got a beautiful phone. I can be in these large groups, way, way away from the kids, walk around and just flick. Look down, I know what slide's coming next, and flick. And there it goes. And occasionally I look at the screen and it hasn't flicked for the last 10 slides, and the kids are all going, is she ever going to move on from there? At the end of the day, you don't need any of this, any of this. Any of your notes, your iPad, beautiful typed out and practiced, you don't need it. Because you are your product. You know your service, you know your message. And even if you don't, it doesn't matter, because your audience never knew it in the first place. We have this idea that, oh God, I'm going to forget what I wanted to say. Well, do you even know what I forgot what I wanted to say today? Do you know what piece I left out? Nor do I. Otherwise I'd have included it. But your audience doesn't know.